Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's Failrace episode with Team Thunderhawk on GTA 5, racing around the streets of Los Santos with an elegy. Now we have seen bin bags, roll cars. This time it's roadworks that launch the elegy. That is an impressive amount of height off of some cones. Up next, Adrenaline Violence is waiting for his teammates. One of them is filling the car full of bullets. The other one has managed to crash his entity off in the distance. Now we know how annoying GTA Online players can be. As the Kuruma moves backwards, karma is served to the players as one falls in the water, the other gets run over. Manual with Clutch is messing around with a police car. And the AI are, well, up to their normal tricks. He pulls in behind the Mini, puts the sirens on. The Mini takes his time, eventually gets scared. And as he goes across the road, that freaks out a sports car that does some off-roading. That's quite a lot of off-roading for a sports car. And then pops back up the other side and carries on as if nothing has happened. Fat Nitro 1 has also got a police car and is in the underground tunnels, trying to break all of physics. For a while, the police car is happy to stay alongside the tram, then it all gets very glitchy and finally deposited on the roof. I mean, that's one way to travel, I guess, around here. Just park on the roof of the train. It does eventually, though, fall off, and, well, that's bye-bye to a police car. Jamjar Hastings is racing around a custom track here. The Sand Kings up ahead get unhappy, tumble, one of them goes for an explode, and then, well, physics has had enough. For whatever reason, these two are kind of magnetised together and scraped along the floor. The orange truck gets flung miles out into the distance over there. Good old GTA 5 physics. The Heisman is playing a game of sumo. The off-road sumo is very good fun. However, the monster trucks, well, they don't necessarily get too happy as, well, there's a ball of physics and then three of them get spat out the other side. The Sand King would have been better off avoiding all of that, in all honesty. Cyber Twin 2 on 4 to 6 is playing around with a wheelie car. Now, these can indeed be good fun to mess about with. However, as he is getting the Holden bouncing, trying to do more and more spectacular wheelies, the Skyline is a little bit too much in the way, and the Holden ends up on its roof. Yeah, it's perhaps not a good idea to be quite so close to a car that is bouncing around doing wheelies. Well done, guys. Rainbow Dash on the Crew has got a relatively fast Chevy pickup. Now, we have seen time and time again why it is not a good idea to mess around with the AIs, or in this case, bump into the AIs while racing. He clunks into the back of a van. The white van, though, is having none of it as it fires the Chevy at the wall. Amazingly, the car does get back pointing in the direction he was planning on going, but still, don't mess with the AIs. SidMail21 is doing some racing on Project Cars around the Zolder circuit. I do love this track. Great circuit to go racing around. However, open-wheeled cars, well, they are notorious for getting slightly caught together. And normally the cars get spat out the other side and kind of, well, on wheels. This one is not, and is very stuck. Car, you can try wheeling the wheels all you like, but the car is not going to go anywhere. A pretty precarious place as well to be stuck. And he wasn't the only one having issues. Lone Variant, again, racing some open wheel cars. This time the Formula Golfs tries to go around the outside of something. There's not quite enough space, a bit more vicious, this particular impact. But again, the car is stuck on its side. Carfan93 is racing an Audi R8. Things go wrong, locks the, I don't know if it locks the rear wheels or just sticks the rear wheels on the grass. Either way, the Audi is spun into the braking zone and is caught by a hay bale. Is gradually, slowly managing to wiggle the car off of the hay bales forward. If this had been a rear-wheel drive vehicle, you would never, ever be rescuing it. But as the cars go past a couple of knocks as well, probably helped it. I don't quite know what the Focus was doing on the infield, but either way, the Audi is recovered. An impressive stuck moment there, nevertheless. Steel Guns on Automobilista is watching the AIs have some problems at turn 1 in Monaco as the McLaren, well, phase through the wall and then starts tumbling, and then we're going to catapult it into the air. and almost land it back on the track. It does briefly stay there before wheeling his way across another barrier, and there's some more pinging into the sky. AI doesn't have a clue now what to do at this particular point. It is stuck the wrong side of the barriers and doesn't know quite how to sort itself out, and it's a surprisingly bouncy McLaren. It likes being on two wheels, and there's another wheelie, and eventually manages to kind of luck its way bouncing back out onto the road, and after a bit more crashing about and pinging and wheeling, eventually it carries back on as if nothing had happened. I'm not quite sure that's how you do Monaco. I don't think that is the right way to go about things. Fazand on Just Cause 3 has got a rebel in the passenger seat of his vehicle, who he doesn't particularly want there, ends up shooting them. However, karma is very much instantly in effect, as what was once a nice sports car is no more, very much haunted by the dead rebel soldier there. To take out a thing, take out like a carport or whatever it is, and explode some stuff. Yeah, that's not ended too well. And finally, we have Tom the Turtle, who does indeed have a plan to try and rescue a stricken bus. Unfortunately, it is not quite working as well as he had hoped, and the AIs don't have a plan for getting around him. The tiniest of nudges, and the AI is off. That is a pretty long way to fall. Big explosion from the car. Yeah, the bus is still stuck, and the AI is no more. Not the finest moment there for the drivers, but there we go. That is going to be it for this episode, guys. As ever, if you have clips you would like to submit to this series, then you can via our forums. There will be a link in the description. At the very top of the page is the Failrace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. But that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.